Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another 7 Nights Rebirth video. And today's video guys, I'm gonna show you the Advent Expedition Shadow Yeonhee best themes and scores that I came up with trying and practice this whole day, and the best that I found. We are gonna be showing you this in the video, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go and show you the theme. So as we all know, Advent Expedition is finally here today. And we have the 4 bosses as we said in the previous guide, and each one requires different themes. So for here in the Shadow Yeonhee, when people wanna get a score here, it's basically is similar to Gacha Rush. I'm not even joking. So we are gonna go and show you the theme. So this is a theme that you have to like do 2 teams in here, okay? You need 2 teams like similar to Nightmare stages, you can say, and Castle Rush. If you combine them together, they got married and they got a child. It's Advent Expedition, and this is basically the themes that I'm gonna be using here. So basically what you want to do in here is you want to have your DPS, which is Ruri, and then your Miho, and then your Lena as a support. For the if you have her T2, it's when her actual usage comes, and actually for the damage dealt as well. So she is very good in here, of course, to boost the weakness hit chance, since Ruri and Miho do more damage as the more weakness hit chance they got. And in here it's when I changed something I saw like it's very good and it worked for me. I didn't do it at the beginning, I didn't know about it, but I did some tests and I actually came up with it, and it actually works, but it needs some RNG, and I'm gonna speak about it when we enter the dungeon, when we enter the stuff, you know, the dungeon, whatever they call it. And for the second team here, we are going with Ariel and we're going with Yeonhee. We're gonna only be using the second skill of Yeonhee, and because she boosts the attack and all of that, so we gotta put her here in the back. You wanna use the 2 in the back here for Ariel and for Yeonhee, because you want them to do as much as possible as damage, but like with the less turn that you got at the second wave, while you get a 1 million here. We got him for the heals, we also got him for the heals, and we got Sarah for the sleep immunity. So if you guys know, she put sleep immunity, and you want sorry, she put sleeps, you want he put sleep on you, and you want immunity. So this is how it's usually supposed to be. Okay, and for later, this is also how it's supposed to be. When we got more invested characters, like my Mio is so bad, and even my Ruri is 6 stars, they're like her gears are not so good, and I don't like, she's not that good yet to actually shine, but she's doing a little bit of a good job there, so we gotta give her that. So this is how it's going to be. This is the actual team right here. You want to put her Sarah here for the sleep immunity, so none of your DPS will sleep, so you can get the 1 million as fast as possible, and then you go and move to the second, and you have Chloe for removing the sleep in here, so you can try to get the best score. But what I've noticed is that I changed their roles. I don't want them to sleep here at all, but in here I don't care, because I get them out with the with this one, and because Chloe gives me in this all attack boost that is 20% if you enhance it, and a 27 crit percentage, because my Ruri doesn't have enough of crit rate, sometimes she misses, but with her she doesn't miss anymore, so that is really good right here for me. So that's why I'm using that, and I'm using Chloe on the effect resistance set. As you can see, it has 1 turn of crowd control immunity. That means that even if she got hit from the first attack, we were not gonna sleep, so I will be able to 100% do this, remove the buffs from my characters, remove all of them from the sleep, and give them all attack boost and give them crit bit boost as well. And that boosted my damage by double. I'm not even like, not double, but like by a lot. Like that added a 35-40k more damage to my team, and made me get to the second wave much faster and get more than a million that I've got before. I was able to get 1,200,000, so I boosted 200k for my DPSers. But it's a little bit RNG, because first one it's not RNG first time, but the second time, because I'm not gonna escape, if she got hit, that is where the shit comes. That's why I put as much effect resistance as we can for her. Hopefully that we don't but basically I don't think that if we put a trillion effect resistance we're gonna run. So what you wanna hope for is that she doesn't get hit by the second wave. because she only can sleep 3 of your teams, and you want to make sure that she's not one of them on this second wave. So this is the teams, this is the gears. Of course, we're going with the damage dealt because it's always the best against bosses, and because it's give damage dealt as well. This is my Ruri. You can see her crit is 69, but she still misses a lot of crit for some god-named choice, so I put Chloe for it. And the attack is 3.9. I didn't get above 40 yet, and the crit damage is so bad. And my weakness section is 50 thanks to this one right here, and some in the almost that I've got. And you can see the stat is horrendous. Like, you can tell here why I'm not doing so much, but I'm free to play, so I was lucky to get her 6 just by losing every fucking 50-50 to her. But still, having 6-star characters alone is not gonna help you a lot, but of course it's gonna boost your chances. And for Miho, we're going with the crit rate set, and make sure that you put this ring on her if you got it, because it's gonna give you a shield, and that helps a lot to keep her alive sometimes if it was needed. And for Lina, block rate set with as much HP and block rate as possible to boost your block rate and your HP as much as possible as well. And now for Biscuit, the same thing but in defense instead. Block rate was defense on the weapons and was block rate on the armors. And for Chloe, we showed the effect resistance one. Now for Ayo, we're going the crit rate of course set, and you can see I don't have enough anymore. Like, this requires a lot of gears and I don't have gears, but this is how she's doing right here for me. Crit rate was crit damage, and all attack, all attack. Her crit rate is more than enough for me to work on the crit damage, because I have the crit rate balance right here, which is 70%, and that's gonna give her 71, 75, 76% of crit, and which is gonna be more than enough. The same for Yeonhee, but with damage dealt, and also the shield in case anything happened, and 3000 attack, 61 crit, but the crit damage sucks as fuck because I'm running damage dealt and not crit rate. We have him for some heals with block rate set with all attack and some effect hit rate and damage reduction. This one is just put for show because I have no gears anymore, but you want all attack for his heals. And we have like his stuff just for show, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna be using her. If you have her with this upgraded, it's gonna be resetting the cooldown of the backlines, so that's gonna make my backlines reset their skill and do it faster. And we're gonna put Sarah with a block rate set with as much HP and effect resistance as much as we can, just so we can make sure she's sustained. And you want HP on her as much as possible. Don't focus effect resistance. Like I said, most of the stuff are for show. Even rings are not upgraded here, but it's all fine, it's all good. Bet is Yeonhee and Delens. If you don't have Yeonhee and Delens, Note and Nina in case you're missing some crit in here. If you don't miss any crit, you can go with Little Fang. You can go with if you want some defense from Pike. Depends on you. Crowa for all attack as well can work in all of this as well. So now let's go and show you this first team, how it works. But let's go to practice first because I've gone to the actual one by mistake. So you can practice all you want, guys, okay? I forgot to say that, sorry. You just press the practice and you can practice the teams all you want, so you can see the max output of the damage that you can get. Okay, so make sure you practice as much as possible to get the best that you can get. But of course RNG is a key here, so you can get something in practice, but in the actual one you're not gonna get shit. But still, it doesn't matter at all. So now you go use this, then you wanna use this. I forgot to change your skills, what is so good. And then you're gonna wake them up. You want to use the magic vulnerability, then you want to boost your damage, and then you want to go straight for the ulti of your Ruri. So now, thanks to Chloe, all of my teams is gonna crit, like her and like everyone is gonna crit, so I don't have to worry about the crits, I don't have to worry about anything. So now we gotta go and attack, and we are gonna get the maximum output of damage. This is 137k, as you saw right there in your eyes. And now, because she's low and you don't want her to die, you make sure that you attack with her, and then she fully HP again. And because of Chloe on your side, she's always gonna crit thanks to her, so you don't have to worry about her crit and that she doesn't get the damage done to heal back. So it's gonna be working for you. And now, as you can see, he didn't target her, which is very good. So now you wake them up again, you survive the next wave, and then what you want to do in here is go and heal because she's almost dead. Do you see the shield? That how good it helped there? And then you wanna go and do the vulnerability, increases the weakness at chance, and do the same rotation again. But this time without the damage boost because it's gonna take time for the damage boost to come back. So it's so good. You just go like this just to make sure you get there as fast as possible. And you can also go with something like this. You can go with this attack first because you're gonna attack it and you're not gonna get the score enough yet, in case if you were unlucky like me and she didn't crit one of her ones from here because we missed the freaking one. I don't know why, but we did. So unlucky, but it's so good. Now with everything that we got, we go and remove everything again, and then we go and attack because we got in sleep again. And boom, again we got this here, and she's done. We have 12 turns to get as much as we can from here. So what you wanna do is go and start with this one. So you're gonna reduce their defenses, deal as much damage as possible. Then you wanna go with your Yeonhee and also try to deal as much damage as possible. And then you wanna go with this. And if you have time to attack another one, you go and attack with another one as well. But it's a little bit of fucked up because we didn't grit enough before, so we didn't finish like before the turns actually start. So that actually was a little bit bad. But this is basically a 1.91 and it can get like to a 100 million point two. Depends on the luck of what happens because she missed one and I don't know why. Like her crit was so boosted and I tried this for a trillion times. It never got like this. But the usual, when we always go and record, it has to go otherwise, no? So basically that team is very good like there. It can get you something like this for beginners especially, and for people who doesn't have enough gears yet. All of their gears are so shit and you saw in your own eyes, like not so good gears, need a lot of work on the gears. And it's an F2P gear setup, F2P duping setup. We were lucky in here, but the rest is all need dupes, as you can say, not even a T2 Yeonhee. So that is what you can get as a low investment and F2P as well. Now you can also, like I said, exchange it right here, and then the rotation changes and you don't have to use it at all. All her usage is gonna be for sleep immunity, and that's all basically you want from her to use. Now for exchanges, and for people who doesn't have this or doesn't have that. So for this content, you need Ruri and Ariel. These two are mandatory sadly. So there's no other mages that can do a 3 attack that will get you a score. So changing these two is kind of impossible to actually try and get a decent score, that is. Because most of the others are a 4 attackers, 2 attackers, single, or like an all enemies attackers. So they are kind of mandatory. Now for Miho. Miho to make Rory deal more damage is kind of mandatory, but if you don't have her, it's okay. Vanessa can be the exchange. I don't have Vanessa here, but Vanessa can be the exchange for Miho. For people who doesn't have Miho for any reason, like you didn't play with from the first event, or you didn't get her, or whatever reason you have, Vanessa can take that place. Now for Lina. People who doesn't have Lina, you literally just wanna put any good healer that you might have slash buffer if it's like a little bit possible. So you can go for Yui. You can even put him instead right here. Like basically any healer. The damage is gonna be less because she's increasing your crit damage at T2 and her damage dealt help a lot. So there's no one who's gonna give that good amount of damage to mages and actually heal at the same time. So make sure to understand that it's gonna be less score, but you can definitely go for it because you don't have Lina, so there's nothing to do about that. Now for Biscuit. Biscuit is gonna be the essential of your damage. she's going to be buffing your weakness hit chance. She's gonna be the one who's gonna give you this high weakness hit chance for you to do damage. Now if you don't have her, because you also like if like you don't have her for any reason, you can also go and like exchange her for any like other buffer or any healer. Like you can put Daisy in here if you want to put out attack damage boost, because she's gonna give attack boost from here, and then she's gonna give you attack boost from here, so you make sure you do her ultimate as well. So that is 27 and 21. That is like 48 of percentage of attack boost for them. So that maybe can be a second to what Biscuit can do. Now for Sarah, she's a rare, so probably all of you have her, and for Chloe as well if you want to use something like that. So you have to use her. She's very mandatory if you want your team to survive. Or if you want to use the Sarah one, you can try to replace here, but I don't think it's gonna work much, because if your 2 DPS is going to sleep, like you're not gonna do any damage, and that's not gonna work. So they are kind of mandatory, these two. Okay, and now for Yeonhee, you can also, if you have Miho right here, put Vanessa instead in here, and it's going to be Ariel and Vanessa, because Vanessa is also can have a 3 attack that you can do, a 3 enemies attack, so she can be like a substitute for Yeonhee if you don't have Yeonhee as well, and you have Miho, so you can replace it like this. And for these, this is all rare and you must all have them, so no need to talk about them very much. You can have to also use them. If you don't have them, healers can spin. You don't have him, like maybe you don't have him, Yui is gonna be suffocated. And if you don't have Lena, you can remind me of your name, Lucy. Yeah, it's similar. You can put another healer as well, but I think like you must have these because these are rare. So this is basically what you can exchange and how you can try to conquer and get between 1,000,000, 100, or 1,200,000 in this as a beginner, as an FTB, and as like it's still early. So make sure that you don't sweat over it and try your best to get a good score as long as what you can do. So this is it for Yeonhee, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your body to you, as you guys. Peace.